Hi, I'm Melissa Davignon with AI Now, and I'm here at the Sellersville Theater in Sellersville, Pennsylvania, with Season 1 runner-up, American Idol, Justin Guarini.
How you doing?
I'm very good. Thank you so much for taking some time with us today.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Yeah, I'm just about to go down to sound check at the old Sellersville Theater here.
Yeah, very cool. Well, first I wanted to congratulate you on the wedding.
Thank you very much.
We all saw the beautiful pictures in People Magazine, all over the web.
Yeah, it was really cool. You know, People Magazine and a bunch of websites were really nice to me. They ran a lot of great photos. Some of the stuff ended up on, I think, Extra or ET or one of those shows. It was nice. So, you know, it was an interesting weekend to get married because I think Khloe Kardashian got married that weekend. Jamie Presley got married that weekend. So it was an interesting weekend. But we had a beautiful time. It was lovely. It was private, and it was something I'll certainly remember for the rest of my life. Yeah,
it sounds like it was a very unique ceremony.
It was certainly. We, you know, music is a big part of both our lives, and so we had some string quartet arrangements of some of our favorite songs from Radiohead, Paramore, and Peter Gabriel and Coldplay. So
very cool. Where did you find this quartet that was able to play
Well,
that stuff?
the arrangements came from a great string quartet called the Vitamin String Quartet.
Okay.
And so, I mean, you can find their stuff anywhere. You just look up the Vitamin String Quartet. They're awesome.
Yeah, very cool. So who did the planning? Was it both of you together, or more?
You know, it was a family affair.
Okay.
It certainly the lion's share went to my wife, without a doubt. But we're very fortunate to have friends and family members who knew a thing or two about weddings, you know. So it worked out really well.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you don't just have a beautiful brand new wife, but you also have a beautiful new stepdaughter.
I do, yeah.
So how is that, being a stepfather?
Lola's awesome, you know, she's such a sweet girl, and I've known her and been a part of her life since she was around 2.5.
Okay.
So, you know, we get along really well, and she's really smart and creative, and someone that you can talk to. Really, like I try and take my time, you know, because like a lot of parents will look at us funny, my wife and I sometimes, because we'll actually take the time to explain something that can be a complex idea to a 4.5-year-old, but we'll take the time just so she knows that we're not telling her to do something to do it. Although it's very effective and there's nothing wrong with that. But you know, we try as best we can to explain our decisions and our rationale to her, and she gets it. She gets it after a while. You know?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what that turns into over the next 10 years.
Yeah,
She's a teenager, right?
Yes, hopefully we'll plant the seed so that she has an easy transition into teenagehood. You know?
Interesting. Okay. So we also heard about your engagement. It sounds like that happened at the AI Experience.
Yes, it did.
Disney.
As a matter of fact, it happened well before the opening. I was there in September before it opened. I think it opened maybe 6-8 months after that. But I was doing the filming for the, I guess, host wraps or the interstitials, whatever you call them. When you stand in line there, I come up on the screen while you're waiting to get into the ride, and it's like, hi, you know, I'm Justin Guarini, welcome to the American Idol Experience, blah, blah, blah. And a 20-minute ride through American Idol, seasons 1 through, I guess, 7, maybe 8. I don't know. I don't know if 8 was done by that point. I don't think 8 was finished.
Probably
8 wasn't even started by that point. So it's probably seasons 1 through 7. And so, yeah, just in case you've been living under a rock or from a foreign country and never seen American Idol, I lay it all out. You know, they've got Middle Eastern idols. So, but some people have probably never seen American Idol. So whatever, I lay it all out, and I was down there filming for all that with Raina and Lola, and I felt it was time to get married, and so we went to the UK. I can tell my friends and family I got engaged in the UK. Of course, it was Epcot Centre's the UK.
Oh, okay.
But you know,
a little different.
It's the UK, whatever, man. And so we got engaged. It was a really beautiful little grotto with, you know, the champagne and the chocolate-covered strawberries, fireworks, all that stuff. It was
very romantic.
It was quite romantic and nerve-wracking, but
well, yeah. But it worked out okay, right?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
It did.
So we're here tonight because you're performing with Drive Time.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell me about that project? How did you get involved with that?
You know, it's a family affair, like literally, because the band leader of Drive Time is my father-in-law. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, you like that?
Okay.
Yeah, putting the pieces together. And so I had always gone, I mean, over the past 2 years, every once in a while I'll go sit in with them at certain gigs that they'll do in my hometown. And whatever, just go sing a couple songs, have fun, and then drink. You know what I mean? Just go out to the bar on a Friday night, you know, it's great.
So that's the real reason you're going,
Yeah,
right?
well, I know, not the real reason. But, you know, so it's just fun, and my now wife and I would go out, and it would just be like a family thing. We'd all be hanging out there. And so my father-in-law, Bernie Capodici, then invited me to feature on one of their latest albums. And so I said, yeah, sure. So I stepped in the studio, did Bobby Caldwell's What You Won't Do for Love, which I'll be performing tonight. And it was a lot of fun. And then Bernie called me up and said, hey, there's this Sellersville Theater gig opportunity that we have. You want to do it? And I said, yeah, why not? Let's do it. And so it's been really fun over the past couple months trying to juggle wedding and going back and forth to LA. I did the Emmys for TV Guide Network. I covered that, and then putting the show together and then doing the advertising for it locally. Going on radio shows and TV. It's been a lot of work. So today marks like the culmination of my crazy summer. So today is the last sort of deadline that I have, and then I have like two other things I go to do in 2009, and then I just get to sit and relax, be with my family, get to feel married.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Because I've just been running around and work on my music. So I'm happy.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of your music. Last year you released a 3-song EP called Revolve, and you self-describe that as a turning point in your musical evolution.
Sure, yeah.
How has your sound changed since we first heard you on American Idol?
Well, I mean, it's my sound, first of all. You know, when you go on to American Idol, you sing other people's music, always.
Right.
And the catch is, after American Idol is over, what is your identity? You know, who is the said performer who was voted, 1 through 10 or 13 or whatever it's going to be this year. So for me, I did a lot of R&B, a lot of soul music on the show, and then after that, the album that was made was just a mishmash of stuff.
Okay.
You know, it really didn't have a direction to it. Didn't have a sound. It was kind of like spaghetti up against the wall, whatever stuck. And so after that, I put out a jazz album because I love doing it. I just love music.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, hey, hi, Justin Guarini, I'm a jazz singer now. Just because I love doing it. I did it for me, and people were like, well, why don't we hear it? I said, okay. And that was that.
All right.
And so this again was just to sort of like dipping the toe in the water and seeing what people think in terms of a more soulful, more rock or acoustic oriented sound. And so it's like, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm still finding exactly where my wheelhouse is, but I have the blessing of having been on American Idol, being able to work all over the country and all over the world for the past 7 years.
And people will recognize
People recognize and take my time, and they want to hear what I'm doing. And that's so cool, because so many artists get that one shot, and that's it.
Right.
So for me, I've been able to kind of dabble, and this winter, what's so important for me is I'll finally be able to really take the time to say, okay, I've cleared my appearance schedule, I want to sit and work on nothing but music and sketch comedy show that I have, which we'll talk about. and and finally take the time to say, okay, enough, just running around doing little gigs and getting paychecks. Let me sit and work on something that will be a lifetime worth of work after.
Right.
I really kind of get in there and tool it.
So does that mean we'll be hearing a full-length album sometime soon?
I would love that in 2010. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to. With the way things are now, you could almost release singles.
Sure.
You could
with iTunes.
There's a way. There's a way to go about it. I'd love to be able to release a single here and there. then of course I'd like to be with a label too, but again, it's on me now.